Okay, okay. Testing, testing. Hello, hello. There you go. Okay. Damn, Bug and Riz live at the same time is beautiful. I had to cut off this other person I was watching, but who cares? Nice. Okay. So, all right. The plan is pretty simple. Uh, I haven't gotten back to Scarlet Hollow in a minute for a multitude of reasons. But now we're gonna get back to it. Last time we left off, I believe we were going to like see that one guy at like the house where his mom's a doctor. So I'm curious what's gonna happen here. What cryptids we'll be dealing with, but should be fun. Actually, did we deal with cryptids last time, or did we just deal with like the ditchlings were obviously a thing, but I know they said the Tommy knockers, but I don't know if the Tommy knockers were actually a thing there. But regardless, the plan's simple. We're gonna go in, we're gonna see where the chapter leads us. Probably we finish chapter 3 and we'll lead a bit into chapter 4. That seems to be the pattern we're going on with this stuff. We finish off a chapter, and then we lead into like part of the next chapter, like about halfway, and then we go on from there. Who knows? Maybe this is just a really long one. We will see. But now, yeah, sorry. All right, let us get to it. But I really should fix this. Like, I get there's the little thing there, and then it hides away. That's mainly just to deal with that. Can I fix that in any way? That's the furthest I can go. Doesn't really solve much, but whatever. It's just the guy in the red suit is a problem to deal with. I'll figure him out later. Okay, let us hop back to it. Main game scene. Yes, okay. I keep getting desynced from the model. I don't know. Okay. I bumped up the audio, so let's see how it hears. Alright, game. How do you sound? My main issue is just I don't want the game being like so much louder than me. This is just the title music though, so let's jump in. Oh yeah, that's quiet. That's quiet. All right, let's go. Okay. Is there like a log to catch us up? Yeah, okay. Three of you leave the library and for an early dinner at Reese's. Okay, yeah, his name's Reese. God, I forgot. I just know him as the guy at the doctor house. But yeah, we're going to Reese's house because we're going to do some ghost hunting, and then we're going to go to the librarian's house, I believe. What did Kanika say? Kanika sighs as you shoot your cousin a text to invite her to the evening's ghost hunt. Yeah, why not? Let's involve her. Let us involve the cousin. We're here for a week because of her. We should involve our cousin, okay? It's the nice thing to do. If he doesn't show up, he doesn't show up. Who cares? All right, let's go. All right, three of you leave, head for Reese's house. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. Kelly's an interesting last name. All right, usually just hear that as the first one. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenge of living there with severe chronic illness. It looks homely though. Like everywhere's got a history. It looks pretty homely. My main concern would be like being near the cliffside right here. I would assume like mudslides or something. That's the only real issue I'd have. Though it's the early afternoon, it feels much later. The sun's already sinking behind the tall mountains that surrounded Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Who? Oh, is this Reese? You are a long man. You should also eat something. Your hips are wider than your stomach. You should handle that. Eh. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be faulty, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the faulty updates. Gretchen starts yelping at Weiss, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up, or at least Stella. And you brought your dog. Great. Yeah, they do look similar. Alright. Like, really similar, jeez. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her so suddenly. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know, I always have some of those Easy Chew dog jerky stashed away. I guess so. Still cracking the windows probably for the best, because that's going to drain the battery. We go everywhere together. Not here. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. Well, what about you, Faulty? Are you coming in? That's a weird thing to say. I get dogs and stuff, but no, that's a weird thing to say. Okay. I'll wait for Stella and Kanika. Silently wait for Stella and Kanika. Oh, sure. Yeah, why not? I gotta go in eventually. Why not now? You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. Yeah, there you go. Wait, so it didn't matter? I guess just character building. Alright. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile. Uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of... Oh, store-bought. Okay. Of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not putting anything around, and putting around in my kitchen. I made sure everything is done well in advance, so the only thing left to do are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Alright. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go about your business. I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have some time now. You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind the mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. That's not... Why would you say that to her? She's gonna think you're a bad influence. Okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care where you get up. What you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. Let's see. You won't even know we were here. We make our way towards the basement stairs. In the basement's interesting. There's a lot of upstairs area, so... Oh, okay. Not bad. Alright, let's see. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all the time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from the piles in the corner of the room. One sec. Damn. There we go. Okay. Of course, in the room, hanging the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in pain. Snaring out at their creator. Out of the bunch, from what I can see. Oh, I know, there was a button for that. I think it's N. No. There was a button so you could see stuff. Now I gotta find this. Where was the button to see stuff? Yeah, forget it. Out of the bunch, I kind of like this one, honestly. This one or this one? these three stand out to me. I can tell if that's ribs or a face hugger from Alien. I'm gonna say this one. Looks like a giant dog or something. It's nice. Your mom is so scary. She could be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. You'll have to agree with the mess. I've been distracted lately. I haven't been cleaning much. Alright, explore. Mom really looks out for you. Kanika's right, mom's scary. You don't gotta push it like that, come on. So, Stella told you about everything that happened in the past couple of days. Your whole situation's gotta be rough. Sorry, what are you sick with? Your art. Quite the movie collection. If we go way back. Let's start with the art and then go into the movies. I think that makes the most sense. Alright, your art. Alright, book smart. Goyle Black period vibes with a healthy dose of best is. You know what? We got the trait. Let's do it. Hit him with the book smart. But we are the nerd emoji. Thank you. I think, yeah, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know. We're a complete dork. Jeez, why did I pick book smart? Whereas I think I picked things that like applied to me, so like, ugh, what does that say about me? Just a dork. Yeah, that's a good thing. Then thank you. I really appreciate it. To be honest, I don't know much about art history. Not exactly a popular subject in the tiny K through 12 rural schools. So my arts education is lacking. I'm working in the dark as far as an influence. And you're doing great, man. You know, you gain some real following if you ever posted these online, I'm just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. Yeah, fair. I don't know how you do it, Stella. Having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Well, then why don't you give it to her? She could, like, set up a thing and then handle the art stuff from there. You would probably get paid. She'll get, like, a small thing for, like, actually managing it. You don't gotta deal with any of the social media stuff. You'd be fine. Like, if you don't ask, I doubt she'll tell you. Like, at most, you'd probably say, like, oh yeah, these people really like this piece, or something like that. She probably wouldn't say negative stuff. She'd only come to you with the good stuff, so you'd be fine. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Oh, okay, so then, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream... Excuse me. Live stream during the ghoul hours, when am I gonna be able to see what you... When am I gonna be able to see what you've been working on? You check the VOD! You look at the VOD! Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave my paintings to you. And then you can see them all. Maybe they'll be with millions of them dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing that someone had retroactively given my life value. Okay. That tells me you have very poor opinion of yourself. Yeah, they're all like that now. They're depressed. Let's start with... Let's not do movie collection then. Let's ask about the three. Alright, what's up with you guys? Alright, almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K through 12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're all lucky that we got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time. At the same time as some real jerks, and And we're stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like certain Scarlet I could name. Come on. She's not that bad. She's a bit like that, but not as much. She was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when I got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, I think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Well, you kind of look like... You look like a ghoul, man. I gotta be honest. Same here. Though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Okay, that seemed to lighten the mood. For her, he's more neutral, and then she's down again. I wonder what her history with my cousin is. Okay, let's see. What's next? We don't gotta delve into the situation yet. Let's ask about the movies. Alright, tell me of your films. Let me think. Have you heard of Shino-Chi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We can even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Damn, I usually be down for that, but we gotta head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghostbust his place. He's apparently been dealing with bad haunting. Oh, this is our then lead-in to ask him for ghost hunting, but at the same time, probably not, because he's gonna be confined here. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. Nah. We just returned. You know, it's not that I don't like horror movies, I just don't like gore that's in most of those movies. Like, I'm fine with horror type stuff, I'm just not good with gore. I'm gonna just remain silent because I don't gotta hate on the movies. The horror is pretty fun. I feel like if we say you want to come ghost hunting with us tonight, that's gonna immediately lead into him being like, yeah, my mom won't let me and stuff like that, which I can then back into your mom really looks out for you, and then I can go into what are you sick with. Okay, I think this makes sense. It could be a bit insensitive, but we're leading it somewhere. Okay, we're going somewhere with this. We're building things out. Yeah, she's smirking, she knows it's not gonna work out, he's resigned. We're gonna build character stuff. Alright, you wanna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That'd be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck with leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. Ooh, okay. But make sure to bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. Okay, there you go. Okay, so then we go with what are you sick with, and then that'll lead back into the mom. Okay, we have backup plans. Yeah, are you good, man? That sounds pretty bad. Sorry, Reese. Felty's pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. Ooh, okay. So, touchy subject. That's okay. I've come to terms with the rest of my life is going to be. Ooh. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's getting worse. I can barely keep most food down, my skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time, or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not getting better. Every time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning, my best years are behind me, my future is unknowable. One day, I'll wind up on a pine box. I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else. And I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but you're some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often to hang out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. What's your diagnosis, though? I mean, if they don't know, then there's not a diagnosis to give. Like, that'd be dense. It could have probably tried everything if he's already made stuff with this. So let's just go with that. Let's go with this. That's what we got. Yeah. See, Faulty gets me. Maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Come on, it's just how life works, okay? When you die, like, it doesn't really matter what happens to you. It's a corpse. Okay, let's see. If that's the case, then your mom really looks out for you. That does make sense. Yeah, she's busy looking out for you then. That's one way to look at it, I guess. It is kind of if she has to look out for him the rest of his life. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she means well. It's like you said before, she's just looking out for me. To flirt? Okay. I think you need her, but there are plenty of people out there who love to dote on you. Okay. Yeah, she's worried about you. I guess I think he has a point, though. She's a little controlling. But we don't know how bad the condition is. A walk to town puts him down for a week? Like, that's... We can't just say that. This one makes a lot more sense. She's kind of... Jesus, Faulty, what's wrong with you? The boiled nuts are getting to me. They're making me think weird stuff. Okay. I just don't wonder if isolating yourself from your friends is... There. This makes the most sense. Like, you gotta have some form of connection. I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. It came yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I can call that isolating. She doesn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Not to cast any doubt of that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows how I show my friends how much I appreciate them. And she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My mom's pretty particular when it comes to food. Yeah, I can get that. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... Okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. Yeah, plus if something does mess you up, they'd be able to know what did it. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, now we can go about the last couple of days and stuff. So, what has Stella told you about us? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself. But, you know, I'd probably die in the cave-in immediately. Like, it would destroy my lungs. Shred them with coal and all that. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of the nights? No. Walking to town puts him in bed for a week. You act like that's just not a thing he said. That's pretty bad. The doc isn't keeping me prisoning me here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. It's something to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die has already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? ask about the ditchlings, because she probably sent him stuff on that. Yeah, they've been coming up to my window, and ooh, that's a thing. Okay. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me? They look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I haven't put together what it might have been, what I've been seeing. Yeah. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. I mean, this one, not really, no. Yeah, definitely not this one. That one looks weird, like you hit it with like a bat or something. That one, probably, that one looks pretty solid. I think this one's alright. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't know where this one came from. That looks like a snake one. They usually have a bit more teeth, don't they? Pulls out one of the sketchbooks from the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. Exactly, okay. What does that mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. These things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Let's talk about Wayne, then. Who? You know, that guy who's been following Faulty around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he's got going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Yeah, simple enough. Let's ask about the cousin. She's always been distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. Yeah, I just never got the chance to know her. Actually really fun and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. I'm curious, like, how do you have this impression of my cousin? Like, you're friends with her, I assume you're friends with my cousin. There was zero overlap here in, like, friendship and stuff. How do you guys have such vast differences in terms of, like, stuff? Then again, I guess you could have friends that you just don't have friends that aren't friends with the other ones, but it seems odd. Oh, it's a bit weird. Oh, so you got two cameras? There's webcam 1, there's webcam 2. Alright, neat. That's like a flat keyboard. Like, it looks more like a closed laptop than a keyboard. I don't know what's going on there. Well, if he learned about them, maybe. Alright, do you think the town's doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point. But I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow was on the brink of collapse? Probably not. But it's not like I have a lot of perspective on it. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if the Stellar the Doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. Why do you keep calling your mom the Doc? I'm curious about that. Why do you keep calling her the Doc? Not Mom, not even Miss Kelly, it's just the Doc. That seems weird, especially if you're apparently so loving to her that you're like, she's not really like isolating me or anything. Why the Doc? I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Yeah, I don't think we gotta do the painting stuff. Nah, I'm good. Almost on cue, recent mom shouts from the kitchen. There's on the table, there you go. This is it for catching up. That was fun. He seems like an interesting guy. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. Don't want anyone sharing their germs. Alright, sure thing, Doc. Let's see. That's dumb. That's stupid. Go wash your hands, Faulty. Go. Oh, is that his dad? Oh, the mom looks way different. Oh, Reaches look like his mom. No, he looks like his dad. Alright, you make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. More than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. Dude, back up. What are you doing? You're compelled to approach the door, drawn as if hypnotized. Oh, but Jesus. No, there's something here. No, it's all open the door? Hold on, there's got to be one thing that's different. There's not like one resist in here. They just all open the door. Okay. I'm gonna choose 6th from the bottom. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand. Your heart full of both deep dread and an impulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? Yes. So you pass by the door that's clearly a bathroom and went snooping around. What? Oh yeah, I guess the door's open. Damn, that's on me. Come on, get washed up. Everyone's waiting for you. Don't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind this door. Dude, come on. Don't know you don't. Come on. Wash your hands and sit down. Grabs you on the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, clinging under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table. Yeah, she's mad. She's mad, justifiably so. Alright, dinner's already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks out her food, Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense. His shoulders tight as his mother perches her chair next to his. Dr. Kelly's eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. Yeah, after what I just tried to pull, obviously. She sits opposite to you at the far end of the table, her features silhouetted by the giant lights of the setting sun in the window behind her. She's the town doctor. Dinner might not be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. How is that book smart? What is... what is the book smart trait? What is the book smart trait? This is not book smart. That's like people skills. What does that have to do with book smart? Like, oh yeah, this person's a doctor. Yeah, I read about that at the library. No. You know that because everyone's talking about it. Dude, book smart is worthless, man. I'm gonna be amazed at whatever the book smart ending is gonna be, where I get to like save someone with my book knowledge. Okay, fills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. If you ever want any tips for easy home-cooked pasta sauces, I know, no thanks, I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came yesterday. Okay, that's a weird thing to lead into. Alright, yeah. You were asleep. I didn't want to wake you up. Yeah, there you go. He knows. Alright. He could have told me. Like, after. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Noted. I don't know what that is. Okay, what is it? That seems like something we lead into later, but first, what is it? Okay, what is... like, fictitious disorder? Is that, like, the parent one, or is it just, like, thinking it? Like, the placebo effect? Like, that's not the one where it's, like, the parents do it, right? Serious mental health condition where someone intentionally deceives others by faking, exaggerating, or causing physical or psychological illnesses. Unlike malingering, it lacks a clear existential rewards like money, and instead is driven by an unconscious psychological need to assume the sick role. Oh, this might be it. Munchausen syndrome. So is this the other thing I'm thinking of? That is not what I typed in at all. Yeah, Munchausen syndrome. Let's see. Now clinically known as this, imposed on self. So we think Reed's making himself sick? That's an odd conclusion to go by. Why are you thinking this, book smart dude? What is this? Like, I'm now saying he's doing it to himself? I could assume you doing it to him, maybe, but not him doing it to himself. That's weird. Okay. We're ignoring Booksmart because Booksmart's stupid. I'll do it later if we can. Okay, let's do small talk. She probably wants small talk with me. Explore. Lie. Food's really good. Thanks for putting this together. Why didn't want me poking around the clinic? Or are they like his kids? You're a doctor. Let's go with Stella Kanika and then double back to this, because then everything else can kind of back into those. This is the most out of place one. So I should get out of the way first. Okay, while we're Stella and Kanika like his kids, I should lump Reese into there too. Alright, noisy and messy like all kids. There's suddenly a wistful look in her eyes, like she's glimpsing back at some brighter time in her life. Kanika softens too, her shoulders lowering from their defensive place, faced by her ears. So yeah, I should have included Reese, because she's clearly thinking stuff. And they always have those little projects, videos, or crafts, or animal rescues. Whatever it was that had captured their imagination that week. Glimmer of joy at the corner of her eye fades. Her glower returns to its place. So like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Yeah, because we wanted to get it saved. Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc had Frankenstein it back to life or something? Why do you keep saying the doc? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in the media. And I was very sad about the squirrel. That's one of those things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing to your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. Okay, then. Thanks for putting this together. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. Reminds me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers, eating out of house and home. Should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It's like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. Let's go with Tabitha, then. You'd probably know Tabitha well enough. Oh, not very. I know her a lot better if your family didn't seem so afraid of doctors. And I count on one hand the number of times she's been in my office. No wonder everyone but that old Edwin died so young. Edward? Okay. Hopefully your mother was better at taking you to doctor visits. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something genetic at play. Oh, the scarlets. Okay, so like all the scarlets did. And it's much better to catch those things early. At that point, I'd ask you to help. Like, could you take a look at me then? This feels like we're gonna launch into the ditchlings and stuff. Like, if I say this, Stella's gonna launch into talking about those things. She's gonna think we're crazy. How does one navigate? Oh wait, the Booksmart's gone. The Booksmart option's gone. Damn, okay. Alright, my fault. I just felt it would be better to, like, talk about stuff beforehand. Alright, let's go with it. That's a strange thing to bring up at the dinner table, or at any other context for that matter. I assume you must be referring to the possible remains of Duke Calloway. But I was under the impression he was only missing, not dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead. I should have taken a picture, honestly. I have the footage if you need confirmation. That won't be necessary. Suppose if there's a corpse to be found, I'd see it soon enough. Dr. Kelly is a Scarlet Hollow coroner. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, but then that means like there's no one else here who can do it. Alright. If someone dies in the holler, she knows. Stella, I've invited you into my home out of the goodness of my heart. Could you please leave some decorum at the dinner table? Isn't a coroner an elected official? Yes, I'm not that. I'm a medical examiner. I'm a doctor who can perform autopsies. But it's not something I have to do very often, and not exactly what I'd call dinner talk, so let's drop that, shall we? Dr. Kelly's eyes briefly, nervously glanced towards her son before flittering back to the position of annoyance. Can't feel like what you saw went beyond compassionate worry and genuine fear. Oh, that's actually a good question. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I don't really know much about my aunt. She's the reason I'm here, so I should probably figure that out. Yeah, how did she die? She suffocated. Tabitha said she suffered from sleep apnea, and at your late aunt's age, that can definitely be deadly. Ooh, that's rough. Should have come more often. She had let me know she was having trouble sleeping. We could have worked on a solution. Who knows, maybe she'd still be here. No one in the holler thinks they need a doctor until they're 6 feet under, I swear. Oh, it's back! Oh, I know, it was here, and then we just left it with small talk. Okay. Yeah, let's ask about Reese. Does no one in the town have two parents? That's a good question, honestly. let's start with the art stuff, and then lead into the parent. Yeah. Alright, he has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Okay, cool. No one in the town have two parents. Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, the hills are dangerous, and jobs even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy if things don't, even if bad things have happened to them. I guess living in denial is a kind of happiness, sure. Yeah, let's go with this. No. Oh, okay. He was excited. Alright, let's see. I'm his doctor and his mother. You are someone who met him for the first time no less than half an hour ago. One of us is a little more qualified to make decisions about his life. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I mean, as okay as I usually do, so still kind of shitty. But I don't think having people over would be rough on my health. As rough on my health as you thought it would be. It's been really nice. Hear that? We're just gonna hang out with friends again. If you're still feeling okay after dinner, maybe we can become ghost hunting with. No. Okay. Jeez, Kanika, what was that for? Obvious. Don't push it, Stella. Just say that instead of kicking me next time. Your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. They're not arbitrary. These rules are in place for a good reason. Tell me how great you'd feel if in an hour the exhaustion catches up to you. Reese. You can be knocked out all evening, regretting every minute of this, let me assure you. As if I would regret being able to see other people for the first time in months. I don't care what'll happen. It would be worth it. Okay, yeah, Doc, level with me here. What does he got? You're the doctor here. You should have an idea more than him. He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense for, like, what's up with him. Like, a fragile immune system? Yeah, then that would also explain isolating him from us. Yeah, he's got the germs. He's got the Conquistador special. It's too much to get into. A lot of technical term that I'd have to explain. Not good dinner talk. It can be pleasant for him to have to hear it, so let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. It's what's going on with me. It's cool. I'd rather we talk about something else. What's up with the danger? That's a good question. But first, let's lead into other stuff, because that's heavy to just drop. Alright, does anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at the liberty to discuss private medical information. You can just say, like, oh yeah, 1 or 2 people. Sure, not even a little bit. You can help our investigation in the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation into what? The mind collapse? I think it's best left to professionals, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule out any of the gas leaks, but if you're an abandoned mine, the chances of you that you are huffing some dangerous stuff and hallucinating are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as a tragic accident. It's like some kind of mystery to unravel. Okay, now we talked about the mine collapse, now we can go into Rosalina. That's a good point. I'm a doctor, not an EMT. Yeah, wouldn't they bring her to you? 1 second. Yeah, immediate pre-hospital care. Yeah, but then they transfer her to you. I assume you would be able to handle it from there. Okay. Once she's back in town, I expect I'll be seeing a lot more. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other. She won't be the first amputee I've treated, so at the very least, I have some experience. Poor kid. It's gonna be a tough adjustment. I just hope I can be helpful to her. Poor Rosalina. I think she'll be just fine. Oscar said she's in high spirits. Pain meds will do that. Aside from Reese's mom staring you down the table, no one's making eye contact with anyone else. Alright, have you seen any sick animals? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them just what I told you, something the other way. You said it had lumps. Yes, it's Cancer Tiger. It's like it's in the form of a cow. It's disguising itself. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. And it's not something that I could have done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for cows to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, Stella filmed some weird stuff on Monday, including something pupating inside one of Duke's chicken cages. Oh no, inside one of Duke's chickens. All right. What if the cow had the same sort of parasite? You really should have taken a look. You could have made a discovery previously unknown to the scientific world. Or you could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave the discoveries to someone else. When you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Alright, do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Somebody you know? Someone who's been following Faulty around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness that in the mines. He definitely looks like he could use some medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. That's not my area of business. Okay, what about strange illnesses? What? No. I hear you haven't met any miners who've been with unusual symptoms. Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just trying to do my due diligence. Absolutely not. I barely seen so much as a runny nose. Which is a good thing, honestly. Small town like this. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you just have Faulty ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA if your weird little investigation is into nothing. Okay, let's see. Weird hairless animals. Yeah, let's go with this. I was trying to go wandering around in the woods after dark, so no. You have to go all the way in the woods. They're coming into our windows at night. They've been what? These things called ditchlings have been preying on the local wildlife. Faulty and I Oh, I see. There's some of your little, cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there laying eggs in animals. Doing God knows what else. Why'd you say eggs in animals? I thought it was just the pupating parasite thing is what we were going with. You ever thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika? Seems like Stella might have been a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but it's only because she managed to thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories, neither is Kanika. Neither am I. All I have to do is look outside after dark. They've been here every night. They're all pale and doughy. In their faces, they're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your Grizzly? Grizzly? Hold on. Alright, Grizzly. Something causing horror, fear, disgust, often extreme violence, blood, or presence of death. Huh. Interesting. That's a good description. So you started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever was outside is just a raccoon or not. It's gonna make him mad, dude. Stop doubting everything I have to say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you that don't fit what you're talking, what you think should be true. There's weird stuff going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. Reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. So we're talking about maybe watching a movie sometime later this week, while Faulty is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like it's not like that's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sakes. I can't believe I asked for permission from my mom to have friends over. Oh, Reed stops mid-sentence, wincing in the pain, wrapping himself in his arms. There. Okay, there you go. Don't say things like that. I'm trying to do everything I can to fix. Silence. Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese. Reese probably pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew it. I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of the house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him even more. We can't just leave him like this. Now's when he needs his friends the most. No, now's when he needs me the most. I'm the doctor and his mother. I know you care about him, I know, and he knows it too. But all of you would just get in the way. So just leave, please. Interesting. Hi, say Beans, good to see you. Yeah, something's going on here because, Reese was doing fine, and then she gave him the meds, and now he's doing this a bit later. Actually, that's kind of cool. Imagine if, like, I don't know if this is the case. Imagine if, like, the moment he takes the pills, a timer starts, and you get, like, a limited amount of time to answer questions. Oh. That'd be fun, because I was planning on going back and asking about the, that, like, syndrome thing from Booksmart, and I missed it. Okay. Don't think we don't know, or don't think I don't know? Hmm. The disorder? Yeah, there was a thing where it was does it show the options or no? No. Yeah, it was just like when I had Booksmart, it said, "Have you heard of this disorder?" And it was like someone who makes themselves sick mentally or something. And I was thinking that could be good to ask, but at the same time, I feel like if I do that, it's gonna like blow up. So I should probably save that for later. And I kind of didn't get the chance because now he's sick. Factitious disorder. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, I was thinking of asking about that. Okay, let's see. This isn't an explore, so we only get to pick one. All right, let's think this through. Don't think I don't know something is going on here. That's the most confrontational way. If I say we, that's probably gonna leave them confused because I don't think they know what's going on. We have stuff to do anyways. That's another way to just like de-escalate and leave. If we say he seemed fine before dinner, she's probably just gonna say, well, yeah, it caught up to him, obviously. And then, sorry, we'll get out of your way. That's just another way to de-escalate and quietly leave. Okay. So I'm thinking we go with, I don't know, something's going on here, because something is up. I can feel it, but I don't think that's going to lead to anything. Also, I just realized, is her shirt, like, horizontal? Because, like, the way she's standing, it's like this. These are perfectly straight. Wouldn't it be, like, at an angle if she, like, stood normal without, like, even shoulders? Because, like, she's standing at an angle based on the way her hips are and the shoulders, so the shirt is, like, slightly angled as opposed to, like, straight down. I get it. It's, like, designed that way for, like, the model of the character. Alright, I'm gonna say... We probably can't be too confrontational right now. Let's just say he seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. Yeah, about what I expected. Back race for the better soon. Okay. Time to go ghost busting. Alright, Doctor shuts the door in your faces. Click the lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Alright, something weird is going on there. Booksmart. Okay, yeah, ignore that. We gotta go to the book stuff. Oh, wait, there's way more stuff. What a lovely dinner. Dr. Kelly's hiding something. Didn't even finish my food. Something seriously wrong with that dynamic. Okay, so... Did either of you get the impression that Kelly was afraid of Reese? Or have you ever heard of fictitious disorder? I'm surprised Kenai got that. I would have assumed that would be like Booksmart or something. Would say like, you know, Dr. Kelly was like that. I guess Kenai could work there as well. I'm gonna go with the disorder. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Booksmart, go. Can you get tenses at the mention of your words? No. Does someone tend to be sick or make themselves sick on purpose, or does it to someone else? Oh. She's doing that to him, I swear to God. She wouldn't. That's just too horrible. Who could do something like that to their own kid for so long? No, there's still no way. Y'all are barking up the wrong tree. It seems far-fetched and it's definitely rare, but I don't think we could rule it out. We could possibly go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting. We don't want to miss the second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You can go follow her, but slowly. Alright. To the house. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. Was once this is the library. All right. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure. Its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Kaneko was right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Your thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often the ghost stories are metaphors for something else. The real ghosts are metaphors too. Or are they metaphors too? Before you enter, a pair of figures in nearby a bush catches your eye. You can't help but feel that with every passing day, ditchlings go close. Oh, there they are. I didn't even see them. I assumed we were going to meet at his house. Why the library? One sec. Okay. Just as his exterior was illuminated by the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark. Its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor concluded quite some time ago. The throngs of visitors took away whatever joy in this place was left. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? She can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Yeah, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as when she was on the stronger meds, but she's doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's a really good friend. Rosalie and I are both lucky to have her right now. Glad she's back home at least. We'll be able to get her back to her real home in no time. We will give it a shot, honestly. I'm fully loaded. I got my EMF radar, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared cameras, UV light, video cameras, slat. Flashlights for everyone just in case the ghost messes with the electricity. Parabolic microphone. Sharpies and pencil for automatic writing. Matches and candles for ritual. No salt. You bring no salt? Why? Oh, and Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. That's a lot of ghost hunting stuff for someone who was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go? Go in a bug out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. That way we can go in light and pop out and grab more stuff once we get things ready. I may never have found compelling evidence for ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Yeah, let's bring up the ditchlings. Let's go. Well, is that bad about the house, or is that bad about the library, then? Like, are we gonna leave, and then we come back, and the library is on fire, and the kids are dead? Either it's the ditchlings following us, or they're, like, here at the library. Got a bad feeling about this. There were ditchlings in the bushes outside. Yeah. That's concerning. Are we safe to be around them, then? If Sybil's right, we're going to see even more of them as time goes on. We can't let them get in the way of things. Yeah, last night was weird. Don't know what we saw. That makes the most sense. Same here. It was so dark and cramped in there. Can't be sure anything I heard or saw was part of a long drawn-out panic attack. Good thing I got audio of the knocking. Real proof we had a paranormal encounter. Or proof that the rocks were shifting around as the around us preceding the cave-in. One of those things is slightly more likely than the other. I'll say I'm a lot more spooked by the ditchlings we saw on the way home last night. My god, niece, you're actually starting to come around, aren't you? Well, you saw them, obviously. No, I mean, maybe. I get easily spooked, okay? Yo, don't rush off ghostbusting without Zane. Oh, I'm gonna forget the promise, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife. Now, let's go mess with some ghosts. Oh, my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and that's everyone. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. Yeah, I guess she can catch up once we're there. I am curious if she'll show up. Looks like the sun's almost set, and this is when the stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Eh. You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina, you're not supposed to be out of bed. No, he's the dad. He's the dad. You do your dad stuff, okay? I've done it resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around at the house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. We gotta learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on the pain meds. And our house is 1 story. It's not like climbing Everest. The answer is no, Rosalina. You need to rest. If I can get any rest in a crappy little back room. I want our house back. I'm coming with you. Crappy, since when do you use language like that? We haven't taken care of. Nearly half of the town is here to help. What are you gonna chill? Ow! What the hell? Chill out, old man. You can't stop me. I'm injured. Remember? I'm not that old. You better turn around or I'll ground you. Dad, I'm pretty sure I'm as grounded as I can get. And I'm fine. This doesn't even hurt. I don't feel anything. That's because you're on the painkillers, Rosa. It doesn't mean that. Rosalina ignores him, grimacing, but confident she hobbles forward on the crutches. Oscar says and does nothing to stop her. Okay. I don't know if that's the right call, but sure. Wait, this is it? You're like connected to the library? I did not expect this for the house setup. I thought we were gonna like drive somewhere. He just lives connected to the library. Alright. You all crush over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books are sit comfortably on wooden furniture. Aside from the paintings on the floor, this living room feels too normal. Too human to be haunted. Why the comma there? Too human to be haunted. I don't know, maybe it's important. Why are you looking at me like that? What's the issue? You can imagine long winter nights by the fireplace without a care in the world. Okay, cool. Okay, it looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture always being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set a camera up in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've been seeing the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar, can you get our Scarlet? Yeah! There you go, cousin! Hold on, you're not taking my cousin for any more of your little hijinks without me. Debbie! Can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Faulty. Hey, I told you where I was going, okay? You literally said you could have called. There you go, I did. You can chill. After I explicitly asked you not to. You should give me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you'd be going tonight. So I didn't waste my time looking for you. Great, you made it. Oh, Faulty, you really brought the whole game together, huh? I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know? Yeah, I know. We all know. Faulty, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? She's my cousin? Let's make sure I don't get her. What? I like her. We're friends. Just placating her? Well, first off, she's my cousin, okay? Like, if she's the reason I'm here, I should keep her updated. That's just the normal thing family does. Don't even get me started on what my sibling did last night. My goodness. The moron. But hey. Whatever. Family. We don't all gotta be like him. Also, she just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. That is a fair point. She is concerned. If I say I like her, that could probably give her a better opinion of me. Like, it's more than just, oh yeah, we're cousins. Or like, it's to make sure she feels more comfy. Actually, yeah, I'm between these two. She just wants to make sure I don't get hurt. That's me explaining that she is caring. And that I'm mainly doing it to make her feel more comfy. But at the same time, this one then makes it seem more like I actively want her to be here because I like spending time with her. Decisions. One's making it clear that I understand her feelings. The other is making it clear that I appreciate her on my own. I'm torn. I think I'm gonna go with I like her, we're friends. She might say like we aren't or something, but it would probably still feel nice for her to hear it coming from me. I'm gonna say it. Oh, she's smugging out. Alright. Alright, cool. She appreciates it. Yeah, she's mad at me, but come on. It's family. Really? No, I'm just your chaperoning. Waffle, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's the word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will even show up with this many people around. Wait, is it just me, or does it suddenly feel colder? Sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Yeah, but this is the main room. Whoa, genuine cold spot. I just have a pick for posterity. That's it? This isn't very scary. But we gotta go deeper, okay? Let's see. Explore. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your rooms, shouldn't you have seen it? That's gonna then get her to go in on her dad, so let's see. I feel a presence. Come on, shut up. Do some real action. I'm scared, let's just leave. Cover more ground if we split up, let's search for clues. Shut it. Shut up. Alright. Maybe it's just shy. Oscar, are you sure there was really a ghost? I don't think he'd lie about that. Where's your time here? Oscar, this is the ghost of Rosalina's room. That's a good point, honestly. We will explore with Rosalina. I've only seen the stain. Demi switched rooms with him way before we moved out. Oh, okay, so he's been living in the room, so he's been the one seeing the ghosts. Okay. I was about to let my daughter sleep in a room, sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. If there was something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. I look so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. Okay, then let's get to it. Let's get to the main room. Let's get the show on the road. Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm not sure we could deal with it from out here, right? Oh, he's sure that we can do it. Really? Why? What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Shut up, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. I still have a meaning to ask. Do you actually know how to get rid of a ghost? How exactly are we going to get rid of it if we find it? When my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion assorted with holy books, a bunch of salt. So you did bring the salt. Good. Thank you. And some jars for ectoplasm. If worse comes to worse, we can always use the Ouija board and politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards like super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon in the house or something? Ouija boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Oh, you never been this superstitious, Dad. The ghost really has you freaked out. Okay, Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Ooh, that is bad. That is pretty bad. Alright, that feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. Just the suffocating, dizzying feeling. Like something is housed through... Like something is in the house. Or if it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Then, now we can say we feel the presence. Whoa. Don't let the dog lick it. What are you doing? You picked the dog up. What are you doing? This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Jeez, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the country own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how the stain is... I don't see how that stain's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. The same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. And your equipment is wrong. Is just wrong. It's bad. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe that's part of the summoning ritual. Never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean the carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how was I supposed to know that? Not everyone gets to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, me on my ass, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We clean it. If the stain comes back, we know something's up. Simple. We clean it, we put a camera there, we wait it out, see what happens. That seems simple. Have you tried tearing up the carpet? It's probably just rusty pipe leaking through the floor. Are you sure you scrubbed it out? Ghost blood, remain silent. Okay, yeah. I think the most relevant would be tearing up the carpet. Yeah, have you tried cutting it out? In a house owned by the government? Nope, I'm not messing with their carpets. I'd rather ask about ghost blood every day than have the government take me to court for destroying their property. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? Oh, I missed something. I hate to agree with Tabitha on anything, but some kind of structural damage does seem likely. Tearing off the carpet doesn't seem like such a bad idea. But there might be something written under there in blood. Only one way to be sure. Still excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Ooh. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch under the floor. It's stained in a reddish brown. There's a broken seal around the edges. Whoever carpeted over the hatch didn't want anyone going down there. Okay. So something broke down there and is pushing upward. Okay. What if there's a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Well, then the carpet would have to be moved up every single time. That'd be a bit weird. Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here? That's weird. Hatch. Yeah, let's go with it. There's a broken seal. Someone doesn't want us down there. You also got the eyes. So either you're surprised or you know what's going on here. Yeah, but how long ago was it sealed up? Whoever did this, it's got to be long gone, right? There's no basement in the house. At least we weren't told there about a basement. Look at all the red stuff coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, right? Oh, we got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can feel it. You know, last month it was super rainy. Clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever was under the hatch. There must be a leak that flooded from the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the chalk around the edge and leaked through the carpet. That's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. As simple as that. Okay, then we'll open it and we'll check. Good idea. Let's check it. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. Thank you both for agreeing on something. It can't be blood, right? Kiniko's right. You got a muddy floor. And that's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt in their house. Congratulations, you solved your ghost problem. No way, there's an old hatch in the floor. That's something that someone tried to seal it up. There's no leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room. I need to know what's going on down there. Have you considered they maybe tried sealing it because it's unsafe? Alright, we'll move like the kids out of here. We'll check it ourselves. Uh-oh, I don't think the flooring could have made the house unstable. I'm all on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I can go crawling around another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Excuse me? You come into Oscar's living room, you can't tell what time it is, your friends are nowhere in sight. Ooh. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale with the undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin. Each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How do we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Is there a gas leak in the basement or something? random thing. Some kind of weird family thing. It was the ghost. What the hell's going on? Yeah, no, is it a family thing? You know stuff. Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nasty. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement. Alright, then let's leave. Your cousin marches for the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? I must just be misremembering. Let's go. Yeah, no, we are concerned about others. I do agree that she's right about this, but we should also be concerned about the others. I know you like to play hero, but getting those kids out of the mine last night was dumb luck. We shouldn't have done it. At the very least, we shouldn't push our luck out here. Going back for them wouldn't do us any good. If they're not outside or in the library, we'll call the cops in and let them take care of it. We don't want to wind up passing out again. We're no use to anyone like that. Good rational idea. Good move. Two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Ooh. Honestly, I like it. I love the cutout horse head just being slapped on top of it. There's no blending or anything. That's beautiful. That's art. I appreciate it. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm, wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Yeah, nothing else to explain there. This... you see the scratchy shadow? You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having a stroke at the same time? Alright, what about that thing with the horns? Ew. Okay, legit question. Did we die? It was so dramatic. I think I know if we were dead. There's gotta be an exit somewhere. Let's just have a look. Wait, do you hear music? Oh! Movement serves as a figure cloaked in shadows, rises to attention. Stella? Who are you, and what are you doing on my property? Huh? Okay, I thought Oscar owned the place. Being weird. Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edward now, not a child anymore. Edward, Eddie, you gotta be kidding. No, that's not Stella. Yeah, we're trying to... Wait, was that... Oh, okay, no, you're Stella. I thought it was not. Alright. This ghost hunting thing is over. I'm taking my cousin home now. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Yeah, let's play along. Okay, was this some kind of scene? Wow, great job, you got me. Can we stop now? Flash of pain in Stella's eyes, tells she's keenly aware of everything that's happening right now. She's in agony. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides father. Ooh. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Okay, shut up. Shut up. Okay. I'm more important than your responsibilities. Let's just find a way to the exit, something. No. Or something. I've had enough. You should just get out of town while you can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. Yeah, we're clearly talking to the ghost. Let's say it. She's gone along with the shadow at the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken a wrong door out of the annex. Oh, we're getting out of here before anything else happens. Kind of want to do this one at the same time. Going after Stella is important because friends, and also literally everyone else. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We're not being drawn deeper into this weird garden greenhouse or whatever. Oh, so you did see it. Alright. Chase your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Yeah, we should have done the hands thing. Where'd the annex go? Let's try the door. There can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking towards and reaching for the doorknob. Ooh. There's Tommy knockers again. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot, waiting for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... what? No, it's Tabitha. Did you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin's cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great, she can't hear a word I said. It looks like we're on our own. Oh, okay. Junior, pack your things. Hurry quickly. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. She's loading. Maybe we should just run him out on a rail too, making an example of the whole family. Yeah, we'll pack good. We gotta play along. I gonna have to deal with you doing this all night. We're trying to figure things out, okay? Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? Okay, so guy from the mob whose kid died in the mine collapse, and scared parent. My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. I'm gonna do Booksmart and Keen Eye. I want to see where this leads. This is my special combination. Oh, there you go. Pick a menu option that requires 2 traits. Oh, cool. If she weren't possessed, Stella would love this so much. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy. Or you and your little dolls here might get burnt up. As for you, lady, what do you think you're gonna be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Symbolism in the room. Do you think Rosalina's okay standing like that? Sucks, can't imagine must be living out your home like this. Nah, we're going Booksmart. How is that Booksmart? How is that not like Keen Eye or something? Symbolism in the rooms. There's a goat's head back in the garden. I think a lamp here. I'd be signifying age. Yeah, seriously, why is this not Keen Eye? And the pickaxe is probably emphasizing this place's connection to the mines. You can have fun doing that yourself. Trust me, boy. The coppers ain't coming. The coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're like, I'm even letting you leave. I think it's more of the Ghost Ninja the Mine collapse. We're still missing a lot of the story here. More could there possibly be? We get it. We get it, Ghost. You have trauma. But I've got some news for you. We all have trauma. And most of us don't get an excuse to trap people in some sort of psychedelic funhouse. It's okay, Charlie. You can have a new, even better. You can have new ones even better than these. It's good for him. He shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Never gonna earn your keep like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. Lexus and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you on top of that empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens, the backlog to a white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Explore. Who'd you try calling on the phone earlier? Friend of the family, not that it matters though. The call didn't go through. We're still on our own. Okay, what do we know? We know that we can't leave. We know that we're not possessed. And at least as far as we could tell, and whatever we saw in this room at least, has happened before the saw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us to keep doing what it wants us to do, maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There are many ditchlings. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. So you know about the ditchlings. I forget if we told you. No wonder you were such a mess on Monday. Alright, let's get going. You and Tabitha walk up there, heart pound, where the pounding door ends, step into the void. Alright. You're outside, it's the night, fall false moon looming in the massive painted sky. Night feels thick and warm. The insects lively. They're tall and naturally tiny. One sec, let me check something. Alright, close that. There you go. Beautiful. Alright. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fish from the bottom of a pond. What magic words do I have to say to get you to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off this much, I'm sorry. Alright, you poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around the town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for, Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Okay, these scenes are out of order. This one must be after the garden and after the collapse. Wait, out of order? So this is after the garden and after the mine collapse? That's not out of order. That would be in order. Hey, Kanika, you better not be dead. You're right out of here. Try to keep getting closer. Watch another little play. Is this supposed to be? These scenes are all scattered. Yeah, play along, play along. Okay, gross. Stunning performance, by the way. I'm sure this is exactly how he sounded back in the day. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family. And what it did to those two young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Definitely looks like there's more to this haunting other than the collapse. Play along. Oh, play along actually changes. How was that play along? Let's ask her. Let's ask her. Edwardine and Charlie. Let me just spoil it for you and say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles. I'm sure by now you realize the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. If you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you would ever be happy. Just think what happened to that poor mother and father. Look at she knows. Do you want that to be the two of you? Alright, what do you know about Enoch? Tell me. Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines and they collapsed. I don't know much besides that, so don't bother asking. Alright. There's been some kind of theme to these possessions, like who's playing what. What does that have to do with books? I gotta stop questioning the book smarts. He goes mad because Aaron Charles' romance didn't work out. What happened to our parents? Yeah, let's ask. Who's playing what role? Stella is Edwardine, Rosalina is some guy's mom. Like, just some angry townsperson, Kanika is some noisy old lady. There's a pattern here, I'm not seeing it. see. Maybe the closest matches. If that's the case, then I'm not too concerned about reading between the lines. The powers at work are far stronger than your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune, not for you. Not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kinika mimes handing you something though her hands are empty. Everything you need to know is on the map. Alright, identify some plants. Alright, there's Jimson weed, monk's hood, and what's either Queen Anne's lace or poison hemlock. That's pretty toxic stuff. If I'm not mistaken, heavily associated with witches could explain the moon as well. Okay, they're evil plants. How helpful. And the moon could mean anything. It probably just means it was nighttime. And that's where you'll find them. You'll need her there, and be careful. Good luck, both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any other ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocating flesh. With a tinge of saturin? Alright. A stomach churning sent to decay. Oh! There you are. I would have found it sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. Oh, alright. Doesn't seem to have the issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? No, what's good? Nah, he could tell us anytime. Let's try to get some help. Can you figure this out with us? But don't talk to it. Let Faulty speak. I'm no enemy. Don't listen to it either. One unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Faulty. I don't think that girl's any good for you. Stella, was that her name? She's skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon. If she makes it out of here alive. Have the bolts for the underbrush desperately pulling you along. No, come on. Stella. Next to the ditchlings. Well, no, tell me now. Tell me now. Absolutely not. I'm telling you the truth. Please stop asking. If you see that thing again, just ignore it. Or, better yet, run away. Now, come on. We gotta get out of here. There must be a way out. Two of you step from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, say it now. As Aina swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in the center, looking painfully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. Sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. Alright, Charles Sr. Yeah, Charles Sauce. What's that? Alright, better. Yeah, Charles Sauce Sr. You should probably know about him by now. Everyone in Scarlet Hollow knows about him. But they didn't know about his son. Seems like a big guy. Okay, tell us about Junior. As much as you do, I didn't even know there was a Charles Jr. until tonight. Besides, the ghost is filling us in on more than just its life story. He's sure we know both. I'm sure we'll both be experts on everything Charles Jr. by the time this is over. If it ever ends. Damn it, Junior. How many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damned snake, Enoch, went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Alright, hold on. Alright, what happened? It was Charles Shaw's fault. That's just a fact. Yeah, that's the point. Written by the victors, okay. As if the Scarlets are any kind of victors themselves. The Claps are their reputation too, you know. It took years for the mind to recover. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put me in the They didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until I can pass on that name with pride. This is my request, Charlie. Go out there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do. Please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. Yeah, let's see. That sounds about right. Then the scene with Kanika. I wonder how many more of these there are going to be. Well, we went through pretty much everyone. Damn it, boy. I may not have until morning. Promise me you'll go back. At the very least, show that Enoch a bastard what for. Watch as the Oscar seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is full of it. Cousin steps forward, disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. Yep. Oh, we're back here. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo through the ends of the table. I think I'm gonna be sick. So lovely here. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked hard on them. Yeah, let's go with this. That makes sense. Yeah, I think you're right. What creepy scene to end things on. Can't believe that ghost is making Stella humiliate herself like this by doing a baby voice. It's embarrassing. I'll try to keep it away from my brother so he doesn't smash it, though. I wish I could make him move like you can. You can even do voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Yeah, probably got a thing for puppets. Sure does. Traveling show? And you want me to be there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful places in the world. Alright, sorry, I had to take a call. Let's get back to it. Alright. Traveling show, and you want me to come too? Okay, we go to towns along the coast, heard about the most beautiful places in the world, yeah. We can go back in time, I'll just go and tell them what we know now. Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. See the tiniest shimmer of tears in Tabitha's eyes. She blinks and they're gone. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes, thunderous black back before you and Tabitha get in the door. Oh. Alright. What the Gooby Goober? Yeah, we're figuring stuff out. Don't worry about it, Bug. How was Octopath, by the way? I always heard that, I always looked at it and thought it was basically like another part of Bravely Default because they looked similar to me. And then years later I learned, oh no, they're different things. It always looked fun. I liked the idea of it being 2D with like the very detailed backgrounds. It looked fun. Not 2D, I guess like the pixelated on like hand-drawn backgrounds. It's a fun aesthetic. Alright. A single spotlight remains, illuminating the trapdoor at the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. Yeah. Alright, we must be. Which one of us is going to open the door? I'll do it. Alright, I'm going. It creaks open. Creaks open all on its own. Oh, alright. God, there's so much worse than opening it ourselves. Oh, okay. What in the Chamber of Secrets? Alright, it looks like some digging. It took some digging, but it's here. Map was right. It means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is Enoch did, we can undo it. Oh, that's why his head was, like, on the side. Alright, yeah. Pretty awesome sauce. Nice. I've always been on the fence about getting it. I'll throw it on my wish list on Steam. We could be happy to get... Oh, but why? Eddie? Yeah, I was wondering what was up with his face when we saw him on the stage. Oh god, I'm actually gonna be sick this time. My cousin violently heaves in the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. She was conflicted about it. I didn't, but that's a good point. The whole thing isn't very fair, you know? We only saw one side of the story. So we can't get perspective unless she's also a ghost. Yeah, let's go with that. Unless she's a ghost too. Let's hope she isn't. Ooh. What now? Yeah, this face is dented. Jesus. Okay. Do you repent? For what? The family stuff? That's not my problem. I didn't do that. Do you repent for your crimes? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Say why should we, but yeah, that's the sauce. All right. Yeah, why should I be held responsible for this? That's not me. Neither am I. There you go. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Ugh. You kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die, please. I have been here so long in the dark for so long. All I asked for is some of your years. To pay the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. What? No. Absolutely not fair. Alright, you gotta be kidding me. Neither of us have anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Okay. You're on trial, aren't you? Advocate for yourself? Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay, we got a deadly sentencing this. Don't understand. And what happens if we refuse? Yes. Yeah. Advocate. Go. Yeah, we're not even gonna entertain this stuff. Go. We gotta lawyer up. For putting me on trial, you need to give me a chance to. You need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. Do you have a plan here? It's books. Your plea is met with silence, but silence isn't judgment. Talking. All right. Render justice. You don't need anything from us to move on. To move on, whether you realize it or not, nobody's keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. Everything you showed us were rife with overblown metaphor and exaggeration. How can you possibly pass judgment on us if you were no longer anchored to reality? Okay. What should the sins of the forefathers be passed on to us? Were Charles Shaw's sins passed on to you? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with... Yeah, I think we'll start with this. Because it's explore, we could come back to it now. We'll be able to come back. I'm thinking... Or does it... In the case that it doesn't move on, I'm gonna do this one. In the case that we do just automatically move on, let's ask this. Alright, since we passed on to you, In life, did you punish Edwardine and Enoch, or did you want to move on and build a brighter future together? Sometimes keep going. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. You don't need anything from us to move on, whether you realize it or not. Nobody's keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. Potential bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. Using side of things. Do you want revenge or do you want justice? Yeah, let's go with this. We can actually help right the wrongs of your past, but only if you let us go. The jury box is pulled away, and you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. The form before you barely resembles anything human. You can still read so much in its eyes. The agony and the decades spent trapped down here, desperate tears of tortured being that for the first time in existence it can see its freedom hovering just before the horizon. It's time for your closing argument. Okay, we gotta pick something. Time to go, Charlie. After all these years, someone has finally heard you. We're going to find out the truth of what happened to you, Charlie. You can finally rest because your burden is now ours. Let's see. Maybe? You don't need to take anything from us. You kept yourself as a prisoner here. Like you kept us. All you have to do is let us go. Watch for your family. Don't become the death use. I'm going with... Yeah, the burden's now ours. I'm gonna do that. I think that makes the most sense. That or time to go, Charlie. I'm gonna say this. Time to go, Charlie. You can finally rest because your burden's now ours. Yeah. Silence. Dev, why'd you look at me like that? Okay, we gotta do that, alright? I'm the one figuring stuff out, okay? Oh, is that the end of the chapter? Oh no, it's just fading back. It's the dark world turning back into a classroom. Alright. So that's what Booksmart does. Okay. Booksmart makes it so we don't gotta give up our lives. That's a pretty sweet deal, I will admit. I don't fully agree with its, like, points. But if that's how it works, then Booksmart's pretty important. I might just keep Booksmart next time. I'll give up Booksmart. Well, I'll keep Booksmart. I'll give up Keen Eye, and I'll take, like, talking to animals. That seems pretty important. And then everything fades back. Win a trial. There you go. Thank you, Steam. What are you doing here? Okay, you and Tabitha come into a basement, a mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though. Sybil will remain standing in the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Now the spirit is gone, and you two are back. And both of you are whole. I have to admit, this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Faulty. I learned apparently if you pick Booksmart, you can say, like, you could tell Tabitha you were a paralegal or something. I didn't see that at all. I should have done that. I hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else from they're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil stands up. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. Huh, so that actually worked. I've got to stop picking fights with you. Alright, what's up with the ground, though? Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches you dig. Ooh. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. Um, this would have been where it took him. Gun stands in contemplative silence. Yeah, I guess so. We'll see if you still feel well in the morning. Let's see. Nah, come on, let's go. Yeah. You're outside. It's real this time. Cool autumn breeze. Blows piles of drifted leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. I'm gonna go wait in the car. Last thing I want to do is talk to all the people. Have them wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading toward the car. I'm gonna peace out, dude. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with our immortality. Yeah, I've got lots to ponder, man. See you, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Alright, good for Zane. Oh, I'm actually curious, like, whose time do we take? Like, is it just me and Tabitha, or could we also take from the other people? That'd be an interesting little bit. Like, we damage the relationships with one person irreversibly if we take from one of them. But I assume it is just the Scarlets who have to take the time. Alright, Zane walks off down the road. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. Magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is sore. Faulty, is it really gone? Yeah, it's over. It was a bit of a Hail Mary, but it's gone. Didn't have to sacrifice anything. Alright, no, I think, Yeah, there you go. You're too modest. It's a considerable feat to reason with a spirit like that. Can't believe you actually got us out of there. And you got our house back. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. Thinking that ghosts are actually real. I mean... One second. Yeah. I don't know what hard evidence we have, but we all vividly experience the same thing. Stella's got to be over the moon right now. Nah, look at her. She's bummed out. Where is Stella? I kind of thought she'd be excited, rattling off theories by now. No, she's just standing there by herself. That isn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost and she's standing off by herself. Which, like, fair? That'd be a normal reaction for anyone who had just seen a ghost. This is Stella we're talking about. If she's doing this and it's not like her... Let's bring her in. What? Oh. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Oh, okay. Let's go with that. Should we go after her? I'd say so. I think she just needs some time to be by herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens. I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd make her climb up even more. I could see that. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the ones who were heading out right now. You all went through something awful. And each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours getting any worse. Oh, I thought that was him. Right. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours getting any worse. I did not know she had a cold. I ran into Wayne in one of the rooms. Vaguely threatened, still if I kept poking around. Yeah, let's go with that. What, are you serious? That creep threatened her? Should we be worried about her? I mean, he did crush the ditchling. Let's just make a statement of fact. We don't gotta pass judgment on him right now. Okay, just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. There was someone else in there, but that's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to worry. We don't need to trouble Faulty for any more details. No one pay any mind to that man. Why? He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear. He won't make trouble. Can't believe it. And Rosalina going there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through in that last day, how could I have let this happen? I mean, you should have tried a bit harder. You are the dad. You could have stepped up a bit more. Both of these don't really give any blame to him. I guess we should say this one. Yeah, no, took you seriously enough. Well, I should have done a better job warning you. You probably could have brought, like, pictures of the stain, honestly. You could have done that. That probably would have been good. Well, I should have done a better job warning you. I should have known how bad it would have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what'd I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. You tried. We were just gonna sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was gonna make us go there no matter what. You didn't put the ghost in our house? That's not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time with this. But the storm has passed and everything's worked out. Things will start getting better from here. I don't know about that. Alright, let's see. The carving. Let's bring up the carving. Yeah, they keep giving me visions. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I wonder. Well, one is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? I should have taken a picture of the thing. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around the town. They've been giving you visions. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about them and this and that all night long. There's plenty of time for that tomorrow. We should figure that out. What are you talking about? Faulty, if you have some time, I'd like to discuss the visions over tea, after you've had a chance to get some rest. Yeah, were you all conscious? That's an important question. Everyone glances around at each other. Yeah. Pretty sure we remember everything. At least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. Did any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea? There was no context, nothing. This is what you're feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I felt like... I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. They kind of just explained it, but might as well. Like being puppeted. They'll glance away. Get hurt. I don't know if the kids stay behind. I can't believe that happened to them. Daddy, must be overwhelming. This might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion shocking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? Okay, so that was meant to go there. Got it. That's what she was saying. What did I tell you before? I had no idea. I had no idea what I was going to say until they were already spilling out. But I remember each and every one of them. It's like they were burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't imagine what you've all been through. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and there's still work to get Rose set up for the night. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will, thank you. All of you, again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Faulty. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I haven't forgotten what we talked about in the morning. Cool, neither have I. Alright. Before I go, still place a hand on my arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after what you saw tonight, but let's not get into that here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. If you swing by the tea shop sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. See you then, Faulty. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. She's up to something. You can't help but overhear snippets of their conversation as they leave. My whole body hurts, Mom. What was that? And I want a better answer than a ghost. It was a spirit, dear. I've never been a fan of the word ghost. You'll be alright. Just let me give you some special tea. It's been working well, don't you think? I think ibuprofen would be better, but I gotta admit the tea's been nice. I'll put a kettle on as soon as we get home. To the estate. Rebecca's quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare in the winding mountain road. Yeah, thanks for coming with me, yeah. I say that someone had to be there to watch your back, but I guess you end up handling everything just fine by yourself. Alright, now do you trust me? More than I trusted you an hour ago, at least. And the ghosts? Yeah, I guess so. fair game. Alright, let's see. I think we should be making a bigger deal out of this. Pretty terrifying to think about. Yeah, what a thing to be able to definitely find out about. Yeah, but how do you feel about it? See, I was before I went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people just adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight and make a big deal out of it. And I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Still, you did a good job tonight. I'm almost proud to call you my cousin. Alright. Almost. We're making our way there. It's working. You're back in the estate. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we all made it out of there in one piece. Let's go with Stella. She's a pest. Like all pests, she has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. Alright, let's have an actual talk about Wayne. Here we go. Okay, do you think he's actually gonna hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in to hurt her. And I know if you mentioned... I don't think if you noticed it, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. So Wayne's a he now. Back in the ghost realm, he was an it. Does it really matter? I was scared, and I was scared in there, and right now I'm exhausted. I can barely think straight. Because if Wayne is a he or an it anyways, either way, he's bad news, and it'd be best to steer clear. Yeah, let's ask that. Let's ask. I just know him. Please trust me when I say he's bad news. Okay? Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. So it is an ex. Finally, the admission. One more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something? Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if he's contagious or not, but I wouldn't rule it out. Just don't go near him. All right. Yeah, all right. I think we should turn it in. We don't really gotta deal with the trauma. All right, that'll process later. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around. I'm looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days, that's all, and then that bus comes. Yeah, I like to stay in touch. We both have plenty of time to think that over. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Alright. Time to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly you're just there, buried under the family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half the week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. Spirit Charles Shaw Jr. is just put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night. You fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. Episode 4 waits. If you'd like to save before continuing, now's the time. Alright, sure. There. They have a Discord? Wow. Why not? If it'll load. Nah, Opera's being lame. I'll get to it later. Alright, continue. What did you do? Recap before starting any 4? No, I'm good. Open your eyes, it's a new day. We didn't get like an ending, like, little thing. Alright. We didn't get like a little ending cutscene. Open your eyes, it's a new day. Last night seemed so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but nightmares, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs through your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay. Hadn't from Stella since last night. What about you? Check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Alright, let's text her. Now let's just say hey. Remember what Sybil said. She could clam up, so let's just say hey. Simple. Wait for a few silent minutes. Merchant sits undelivered. So I got bad service. For her only. Weird. What should I call? Oh, there you go. Hey, what's up? Just joking. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. Okay, gotcha. I was full. Can I send messages? Alright. Haven't heard from her either. I haven't heard from her either. That's not good. You try giving. Think we try looking for her? Let's meet up in town. So you got the morning plans in order. All right. Check the closet. Kenai, go. They're denying it. The doll moved at some point. Oh, yeah, there's little hand stuff there. But your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Look at the prints. Kenai, judging by the residue that was left behind, you're pretty sure you know the culprit. That means he was in your room. But he was there while you were out the previous day, or either while you were asleep or unaware, just a few feet away. Visit the possum. Aw, cute. Two possums stare up at you. Both have bread now. That's nice. Wave. They continue to stare up at you, blankly in response. Alright, good. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna be like when I can talk to animals. Alright, to shower. Jump into the guest bathroom into the shower. Feels good to wash away the grime of last night's hunting. But eventually you'll have to leave this place of comfort for the rest of the day. In the meantime, you go at the door of the clinic. You're drawn to it even now. You'll be going back there today, I'm sure of it. Think about the afterlife. It's undeniably real at this point. You see it's terrifying. Think about Stella running off. Hopefully she's sleeping in. Rosalina's shattered leg. The image of a foot barely etched in your brain. Why does... Okay. Think about Duke. The image of him lying... Okay. Scrub feverishly trying to scrub the memories of your skin. They're part of the dirt. Okay, let's see. Think about Wayne. Whether or not you're ever truly alone. Think about someone special. Finally being out of this hellhole, safe in your bed. Alright, let's see. Out of the bunch... We don't know about the clinic. You know, the afterlife. Thing on Stella, because we do worry she's in danger. Done, you turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. To downstairs. Alright, find her in the kitchen. Her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week of all weeks. If I don't have enough on my plate already. Your cousin's posture is surprisingly relaxed for everything that's fallen on her plate lately. She must have something up her sleeve to deal with it. Alright, let's see. Which is perfectly reasonable if history is anything to go by. It doesn't seem long before strong force of the miners put on. Just have this battle to lose. There's a union in Scarlet Hollow, which means proper strike isn't even legal. Your cousin can pretty much do pretty much whatever she wants. Okay. She could fire everyone and wait them out, for instance, to pick up or choose her targets. Yeah, seems like a solid deal. Like Unique told you yesterday, Scarlet Hollow is a stone's throw away from becoming one of the company-owned towns of yesteryear. Tabitha has plenty of resources at her disposal to pressure her workers into caving. Alright, talk about the strike. How are you feeling about it? Not very threatened by the whole thing, if that's what you're thinking. They don't really have a leg to stand on. I'm used to other people casting me as the villain. What's another day or two of keeping my house in order? Do you know what they want? I haven't seen the list of demands. I'm sure it's the usual. Promise that if any of them promise you that if any of one of them were my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. Yeah, no, the kid thing was pretty important. You were the one who made us go after them, Faulty. But I guess no one really knows that outside the two of us and that Rosalina girl. Maybe it's an angle worth leaning into. I don't know. Okay, you can't get upset with me. You saw the dough creatures. Those doughy things we saw in the library yesterday. Look, I get it. It's weird stuff happening right now. But let's not muddy something as mundane as a strike as supernatural. They're two entirely different things. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, talk about what happened last night. Alright, let's see. Sure, but you did most of the heavy lifting there. Okay, I can still appreciate you having been there. Alright, ghosts are real. I can. What does it actually change about anything? I still have the mine to run. You still have the funeral to attend. Okay, that's a way to look at it. Pretty from Stella, I can't get a hold of her. No, that's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. I should probably get going, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's, like, too keen on selling the place. She seems invested. Done it long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Yeah, no problem. She slips past you, her heavy boots thunting down the hall as she marches to face her employees. Rest of the day. Do the sandwich. That's it. I can't see the cat. Fine. Out of the front door and begin your trekking to the town below. You should pack a weapon, dude. The cancer tiger could be back. I thought I saw like a face right here. No, I think it's good. There is a ditchling here. And there, alright. Sun shines down through the thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. Glimpse of pale figures in your periphery. Haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before. They're getting bolder. You hear you're trekking to town. You pause to stare at the mountain range beyond the holler. Contemplating a world blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's been happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by the fear and the dread that hasn't stopped building since the moment you stepped off the bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you're once again finding yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Plus, you made it down the hill in one piece, thank God. Didn't even realize there's so many ditchlings around, or I would have never, or I would have driven up to get you. I gotta talk better. Yeah. Can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. You doing okay? How about you? I'm keeping it together. Are you excited? It's bad. Oh, we did do the flirting earlier. Yeah, let's push it. Me? Oh gosh, fault here, too much. But I feel better too. Now that you're here, even with everything we've been through, being around you somehow makes me feel sad. I did Ace Attorney the hell out of the ghost, so probably right. You don't gotta, come on. Alright, let's explore. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. Try not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere. Just not answering her phone, but I don't want to bet on that. How are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of the town before it swallows me whole. But I keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until Stella's okay. With the folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. Yeah, so we're not leaving. As her bestie, I can't go running off in the woods and let her get eaten by Bigfoot. My mom is just chill right now. It's driving me nuts. She's not giving me any answers about the stuff she pulled last night. It's just weird. That is odd. Sorry I'm ranting. Nah, it's cool. Oh, the exploring is gone. Alright. Yeah, let's see. I'm supposed to meet your mom today. Maybe she'll explain herself. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. That is a good point. Maybe she's going to read your fortune? I should probably stop making fun of her whole new age mystic vibe. A lot's happened the past couple of days. Still, there'll be plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. Alright, so ghosts. That's the whole thing? Yeah, ghosts. I don't know about you, but I'm currently staving off a massive existential crisis about the state of matter and what being alive means. Any idea what's up with Stella? Could be a lot of things. Could have hit her breaking point stress-wise. She could be horrified by meeting a ghost for the first time. She possibly could be struggling with what the ghost did. But at the end of the day, I have no idea. We'll just have to find her and see what she wants to, see if she wants to stop running from it and finally work things out. Because there is an important question: is Stella missing because she doesn't want to be found? Let's go with it. Yeah, this seems like a. This doesn't feel like a Kenai thing. This feels like a street smart thing. Maybe she needs space, but things have been getting dangerous around here. I'd rather not take it on a coin flip. If she doesn't want to be found, that's not good, you know? She's avoided her problems before, but this is different. So, man in the general store? Screw the general store. Mom can deal. Fair point. I kind of wanna. Like, I talk myself. No, I can't. That's insensitive. That's insensitive. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Yeah, let's ask him. Why not? But nothing else happened after we all went home last night. So brave for sleeping in that house after everything that went down. I'd rather sleep in the woods with ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Visit Oscar at the library. Library in episode 4. Oh, okay. I'll be completely honest, I forgot who Oscar was. I thought we were heading to the diner to see that one guy. Alright. Morning light streams through the library's large windows in the bright day. It's once again a place of comfort. All menace having fled in the wake of Charlie Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghosts, thank God. That was not up for an encore. Guess Oscar must be back in. Guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. Let's go. Make our way toward the annex. It feels strange to walk back here at the light of day. The events of the previous evening were anything to go by. Alright. As if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. This whole way creeps me out. Oh, good morning. It's so good to see you all. Please come in. See you all or see you two? What is happening here? What's up with your face? What's wrong with you? You're doing really great, Rosalina. It's not like kids your age can take shots like that while you're take shots that well. You're being so brave. Oh, she is on something. Her eyes are in two completely different zones. Okay. You don't have to talk to me like I'm fine. No, she's good. It was just a bad angle, all right? But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. That's more than most people will have to deal with in their whole lives, and you're taking it like a champ. Or Kelly's kind of demeanor vanishes as she turns and glances at you. Oh, I see we have visitors. Yeah, that's about Rosalina. Tired, my leg hurts, a lot, but the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. Plus, I got to lie down in an actual bed last night. I have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Faulty. Can't believe you got to sleep at all last night after that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch all night with the lights on. I don't think I slept at all. I really needed some rest after, the hospital and my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All that activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never gonna stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. So what are you not gonna do today? Anything? That's right. You're staying right here. No walking around, no investigating haunted houses. Why is she on the couch instead of her bed then? I'm curious then. Wouldn't you just want to leave her in bed? Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility as her father. I should have. No need for anyone to step in and take the blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for not sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time. Then you can do all the activities you want. All right, Rosalina? Alright, have you guys seen Stella since last night? Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? So I'm guessing that's a no. You'd be right. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I should have done a better job of warning her. Bella's practically banging on your door to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There's no way you could have known how she would react after she found it. Alright, tell her about... Yeah, that seems somewhat important. We found something in Oscar's house last night. The stone carving gave me and Tabitha a vision about what happened there. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had this sort of pull on me. Wherever they are, there's something like that in your clinic. I felt it last night. Dr. Shoulder's tense. Something awful is going to happen at the clinic, just like something awful will happen at the house at the mines. You notice anything weird at the clinic? Would you mind if we looked into it? I'm sure it's nothing, but I thought you might want to know. Your mind is probably nothing. I think you already know something about that. Do I point at the shoulders? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's just make it a statement of fact. Something's probably going to happen. Forgive me if I don't take your funny little feeling very seriously, but the clinic is safe. I will show you the thing with the skeleton and everything, alright? You say these things. I can show you right now. We'll walk in there and go down the hole. I understand there were some strange events around town. Brees and I have lived in the clinic for a long time. We've never encountered anything. She glances at Oscar. Ghostly, there's no need to concern yourselves with our safety. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened here last night, he'll be fine. If some kind of ghost emergency happens, I'll take care of him. So none of you need to come snooping around. Okay, how is Reese? He's fine. He had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to that sort of thing. He just needs a couple of days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. Sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. years of therapy. What if I wanted to hang out with him again? He's so cool. You talk about him like he's a child. When you're a parent, it doesn't matter how old your kid is. That's fair. They're always a child to you, especially when they need to be taken care of. Alright, remain silent. I'm not gonna accuse her of poisoning anything, no. I'm not going that far. Remain silent. So you've got your meds and you've got your nest of pillows as a helpful friend by your side and a cat to keep you company. Seems like you're all set. Make sure to do a whole lot of nothing today. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Yes, again, thank you for coming to see us, Joan, okay. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay still than have to get it out of the car. Then get in and out of cars. I'll call you later today, see how things are going. Hope the rest of the week is less eventful for the both of you. Alright, goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? That's a cute name for a cat. Dr. Kelly's features harden once again as she steps toward the door. She pushes past you, leaves Oscar's house. Alright. We'll let you kids have some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out what a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Gutierrez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Actually, what is the situation with her parents? I would assume the parents would be more on her about this. Like, she probably didn't tell them about the haunting, but they knew about the cave collapse. I would assume she would be, like, hyper-grounded. Oscar rushes you back to the library. Oh, what's up? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine, or at least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you all enough. I like to be as helpful as I can from here on out. Now that our little situation is dealt with, I'll finally have time to dig into the town's archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. Actually, what do we do with the body? I kind of wish I went back and, like, asked that to Tabitha. Because that was an option of, like, what do we do with the body? But I feel like it was important to bring up that those two things were there. The mine collapse the other night was the site of a mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis, but something tells me we aren't in the clear yet. We should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my search, it could save a lot of time. I don't think we actually know too much more than you, but I've got some hunches. I don't feel like there must have been some inciting incident since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that irritating event was, or we're starting to look for, I have no idea. But it's something to keep in mind. It's probably that I came into town, honestly. It's like another Scarlet person. Like, I'm assuming Tabitha knows pretty much everything. I'm assuming she's on, like, some Ralsei stuff and that she knows what's going on and she just isn't telling anyone because, like, there's a thing she's trying to do. So I'm assuming she knows all the stuff, and so they're like, okay, we're not going to be able to convince this person. There's another person coming in. Let's work with them. That's my current framework, is that they know we're not going to get anything out of Tabitha. Let's just work with the new guy coming in. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there's ever been any similar events, or whether or not there's something special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's happening. Yeah, the carvings are pretty important. Those are like a whole thing. I think there was something like that under my house all the time. And I think someone must have put it there, but who? There was one in the mines. If you're right, that there's one in the clinic, maybe that's where we should be focusing on right now. How many of those things are there? If we're lucky, maybe it's just those 3, but I'd rather not count on it. If the ghost is really gone, we should look at the carving, right? Not that I need to go back in that creepy basement, but that thing has to be the most solid lead we have at this point, right? Not a chance. I know the ghost's probably gone for good, but if that thing is evil... but the thing is evil, and if there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth disturbing. At least not until we know more. I should have taken a picture. What's wrong with you, Faulty? What if that's our only chance to... But outer safety comes first right now. We finally have our house back. I'm not taking any risk until we know where it's leading. What we're dealing with. Alright. Yeah, I think Sybil knows more than she's saying. Definitely. Like, we're not denying that at this point. My mom, but she's always such weird, she's always been such a weird crystal and herbs kind of lady, not like someone who actually knows about supernatural stuff. Still, she did seem calm and confident last night, weirdly so. I hate this. She did seem strange last night. She kept shutting down the conversation, like she was rushing us all along. Oh, maybe she's on the Ralsei stuff. Tabitha's on the Chris stuff. Maybe. I don't know, maybe there's like a blood deal or something. She's gotta like sacrifice the miners to like continue prosperity or something, and then Sybil's the one who's like, hey, I know what's happening, you gotta let things work out. Maybe. Trying to not let us linger on the supernatural long enough to reach any conclusions. Still, I'm inclined to agree with Kanika there. She does know something. Oh, why would she be hiding it? I'd be interested to know what exactly she intends to tell you that couldn't be discussed in front of us. Yeah, dinner last night was a bit weird. I don't think we need to go around accusing someone of being deceitful. No, Faulty's definitely right. I know it's probably not great to hear, but Rosalina really needs her right now. Yeah, since Rosalina really needs her right now. But something is up with Dr. Kelly. I'm worried about Reese. I request we drop this line of thinking. We don't need to turn on each other based on pure speculation. Besides, she took me at my word about everything that happened last night, and that's to count for something, right? Alright, fair game. Yeah, make sure the cat stays inside. That could be an issue. Taking those things from the woods, right? With those faces. They snatch animals and do some kind of parasitic egg-laying thing. So unless you want to be one of those things to pop out at Pixel, you better leave him where he's safe. It will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something happened to him, especially after everything she's been through. Okay, let's not do the cult stuff. Actually, why not? Why not do the cult stuff? Something about cult. I'm just throwing this out there. Any local cults that could be responsible? I think cops are in on it. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there, yeah. Let's not get all a satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point with all the, like, yeah, the giant stone structures are what's making me think it. But having lived in this town my whole life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. Cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have an impact on it. Doesn't even need to be active, from what I gather. Those carvings have been talking about there have been old. Exactly, there you go. Whoever left them there is probably long gone. I'll see what I can find out. You never know. Yeah, something got something to work on. Yeah. I do. Thanks for the lead, Faulty. Let us know what you find. I will. There you go. So, that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Yeah, the diner is what I was thinking of. Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Okay. Feel like you walked into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion. Their expression is gravely serious. Yeah, it's the strikers. Oh, Avery was his name. Gotcha. Okay, okay. Hey, it's Faulty and Kanika. Long time no see. Hope town's been treating you well. Are we interrupting something? Of course not. Everyone's welcome here. Just, be careful not to step on any toes. Things got a little tense over the past couple of days. Miners in the back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter. Instead of speaking in hushed voices, they argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, but... Oh, and sure, we don't get enough time off to see my family as often as I'd like, but it's the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year into this gig. Trust me. The longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it until you find something better. Paycheck is a paycheck, I get it. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you. Solitary is a weird term to use before that, but alright. Use every less free second it can suck out of you. Every second it can suck out of its workers and pays just enough to survive. But not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Exactly, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason I can afford the tuition right now. I can get fired. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks. Like the company housing, I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I would live if I didn't have this job. Wow, so... Wait, so it can pay for you, the tuition, and your sister, but it can't pay enough for you to be able to live here and also send money back home. Yeah, he's saying I can't afford my own place and send... Oh, okay, he's saying... So it's because he is sending money back home. Okay, I got it. Okay, I was a bit confused there. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. No, she used the housing as an excuse to pay us less. And the company housing has... And the company housing that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns a place to live. That's why the Scarlets are keep getting away with whatever they want. It's like, we don't have the numbers, man. You know it's risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if you would stand with me and not let management scare tactics get to you. It's not scare tactics. People like her now. No one ran into a collapsing coal mine and saved 3 children from being buried alive. I feel you, I really do. But how are we supposed to organize a strike against the town hero? Are you trying to tell me the mine collapsed less than 2 days ago? Oh, is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zach. It's always a bad time, Baker. Doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. You got them against the ropes, you can't back down now, or they'll come out swinging. I don't know if I want to talk to them about it because... Think. They strike... Like, I already talked to her about it. I don't know if I want to go double talking to them. It could be bad for my relationship with Tabitha. I'm gonna say, what about the... So about the strike, I'm gonna see if I can convince them. So about the strike, Miners turn towards the doorway, all glaring at you in unison. We all know who you're related to, kid. Word travels fast, and I'm damned if we talk business in front of you. If mine fails, none of you are even have jobs left to strike over. I can support you guys, but maybe we could save it until next week. Tabitha's mom just died. Full strike thing is hardly fair. I support the strike. I have a horse in this race. I don't even know Scarlet Hollow existed a few days ago. Yeah, let's go with that. So everyone in the town should just let Tabitha blackmail them. The mines can't be doing so poorly that the union is going to completely shutter them. Yeah, but that's different than like fully shutting it down. There's got to be a medium. Exactly, we need to finally get tougher and give the family a taste of their own medicine. This ain't just about the collapse. The Scarlets have been abusing the town for years. Okay, well, have any of you seen Stella? The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Drops to a barely audible mumble. Hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if we hear anything. Alright. I'm gonna weigh in, because again, I'm trying to not rock stuff. I guess we should leave. Okay, so that didn't work. This is the diner on episode 4, alright? Still no sign of Stella. Okay, if all this isn't working, let's try the house. And then we'll try the church. I doubt she'd be there. Maybe she'd like get hit with the religious stuff, who knows? And she'd like, I should probably go. We'll see. But first, let's try the house. Yeah, we've been running around town getting all riled up. Meanwhile, she's probably just sleeping or something. Should have checked before we met up, but I was also kind of nervous I might run into some horror from beyond on the Veil if I went exploring on my own. Not a problem. Make our way towards Stella House. The door is as pristine as any old wooden door, no bloody handprints in sight. Any tail sign of Wayne are absent. Something happened there. It doesn't involve him, at the very least, not on the front door. It creaks open. Ooh. Wait, why is the doghouse so far? Or is that doghouse? I think that's a normal house. Yeah. I don't think Wayne came knocking at the front door. Yeah, I don't see any goop, so unless he grabbed himself gloves, I doubt he touched the front door. That doesn't mean he didn't come this way either. Should we go in? Yeah, let's figure it out. Alright, key 9. Aside from the corner of the room dedicated to Gretchen, Stella's house almost feels like a museum. Everything's organized with the sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as rough and tumble as Stella. And only a handful of objects feel like they belong to her. But I wrap to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. It's a pretty normal living room. No blood or viscera, not even a tipped over lamp. That's good. Then we explore Stella's room. She's not here. It was a little untidy, the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. No streaks of blood, and plus that means belonging to the certain phantom miner. He hasn't been here. You do notice, though, that her jacket is nowhere in sight. It is in her closet, and she wasn't on the coat rack in her room. Where her jacket's gone. Letterman 1, racking the room, and she didn't have it on yesterday. Okay, so odds are she came home last night. Still, that leaves leaves more questions. She didn't come home last night. She isn't here. Why haven't we been able to reach her? Let's check the computer. Not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? We don't find Stella, and because we didn't snoop on her computer. Okay, come on. Stella didn't want us to snoop. She shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. That's fair. Okay, that's the fair one. Finally. She didn't want to snoop. Shouldn't have gone missing. Okay, look, maybe there's something helpful in there. This is still way out of my comfort zone. I'll be over there, standing in the corner, not looking over your shoulder. Please don't, like, go digging through her personal files or anything. But also let me know if you find anything important. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There's simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layered display. I've been there. Doll's like that too. Like all the tabs, that's Doll. She does that all the time. I don't know what I expected to see here, but it definitely wasn't this. How'd she ever get anything done? Alright, sift through the chaos. Go, Booksmart. Spent plenty of time with computers and more than capable of shifting through the chaos of a messy desktop. Find one folder that catches your eye. Boring tax stuff. Years of being friends with their computers have made you all too familiar with this folder. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes. And its context is never boring. I don't know if we should check that. As you said, don't, so we're gonna leave it. Kid's right, you shouldn't look in things that aren't gonna help you find Stella. And whatever boring tax stuff is sort of juicy context that will do nothing but distract you. There you go. There you go. Check open tabs. It would take you all day to count the number of tabs Stella has on her browser. So numerous are her tabs that you couldn't see a single icon. The sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows Edge to Windows Edge. Got it. There, Riz, good to see you, man. I hope the Fortnite was fun. I saw you doing the things. Very fun time. Sorry I couldn't talk much, I was doing my own stuff here. Her most recently opened tab is Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. You visited Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm in the past. Why have you visited it in the past? And why is that Booksmart? Your thing, Faulty, whatever you say. Despite the name, and despite the fact that posters call themselves Carl's Big Feet, the community takes itself very seriously. And it's one of those more seasonally active cryptid boards on the web. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Ooh. Everyone was out chasing skunk ape the other day and found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says they're something called ditchlings, but I never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Camera isn't shaky enough. It's all totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. Only thing I'm seeing when I googled ditchlings in some city in England. I thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I got a ton of extra footage. Look what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. Alright, yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. No worries, man. Zom had me saying it. I did see that. It was a bit funny. Yeah, good to see you back, man. It has been a minute. I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. Thread continues into the next day. It's okay. 1, this is an ARG, I would never. And 2, you're not going to believe this. We went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate, and pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to the knock we managed to catch on tape. Link to an audio file titled Tommy Knockers Real.wave. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events back to back. This is so fake. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's a bit. It's a bit. That's a bit. Can't believe I bought into that river runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell to big indie horror. This is Kidnapped by Aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy white things. Yeah, and loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell it to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying. I'm gonna call. Stop cyberbullying her. I'm gonna call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. Thread ends. All right. All right. Search history. Visited websites. It's Tuesday. She came home last incident, she didn't touch her browser. Additionally, that's it. Yeah, this is a waste of time. Let's go. Do must sell his computer. In episode 4, find everything. That's everything? Alright. Well, we didn't check the secret files, so yeah, we're good. Alright. Let's see everyone's room before they hatch. It's cute company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know. Yeah, I don't think there's any clues here. I don't think so either. This is what her room's been like pretty much her entire time I've known her. Only thing that changes is the computer getting a lot fancier. She still does those little corkboard strings with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Alright, to the kitchen. Maybe that? Maybe, I don't know. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple of cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits there on the counter by a used butter knife. The crust of the bread has gone somewhat stale. About as much as you'd expect after being left out overnight. Whoever left it here left many hours ago. Yeah, I don't think anything violent happened. It's possible she came home, grabbed some food, and left in a hurry, right? Maybe she had a panic attack after being possessed? And stopped at home to make a snack before running off to cry somewhere? That might not sound rational, but it's absolutely in character for her. Honestly, it's a relief to think that it might be all that happened. Panic attack is much more manageable than rotting ghouls or parasitic doughboys. But that still doesn't tell us where she's going. Turn to leave Stella's house. She possibly came home last night, but she left the door open and didn't tell anyone where she was going. Thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been asleep or something, but I can't believe she's actually missing. Where's next? I say we try the church. I said it before, I think we tried the church. The church? What do you think, Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? I'll talk to Vassar, come on. She seems taken up, it doesn't seem unlikely. You're right, you're right. Stranger things have happened. Let's make it quick, though. I don't want him to try to rope me into some church event. Yeah, it's worth checking. It's worth checking. Maybe she thought, hey, I gotta go get exercised. Kanika leads the way, taking up the gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where's that weirdo? My, 3 visitors at once, on a Thursday. This is unexpected. They're 3. There you go. There are only 2 of us. Oh, we were followed by Ditchling? We were followed by Wayne? Oh! I was expecting you. What's up, old people? Oh, it's just Zane. I thought... It's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death, All the glimpses of death I've had in the past few days, they forced me in the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I want to see if this face stuff held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart. Sorry, went down the wrong pipe. Okay. But when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you. And of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one's seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I have neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like, you could talk to my wife. She's just over there by the alpacas. Though, Flotty, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Would I have to talk to him that you can't say in front of me? Please, if you would. This is a personal matter. Personal for whom? I'd rather folks not pry into this. You know how rumors get started. Yeah, sure, I'll talk. Yeah, you go do that. We'll just get this done and out of the way. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, go check out with Janie. Alright. I'll be right over here by the fence. It's convenient near line of sight, okay? He leads off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. So glad you decided to come visit me. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve all their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right here and ready to help. If only they'd let him into their hearts. Pastor's eyes dart back to the alpaca. Okay, good, she's gone. You're new in town. What kind of impression did I make on you? Am I creepy? Your problem is that you keep telling people what to do instead of actually treating them like human beings. You're extremely creepy. Alright, Kenai, go. Like, you tried inviting people fishing or hiking? You tried throwing a party, or do you just hand pamphlets and tell them to think about the big man upstairs? That would require people to want to do things like go fishing with me. I have to put in the effort, you know. Janie is excellent at making friends, but they've already made it clear that they're her friends. They try to avoid me whenever possible. I'm sure they've given her the suggestion to divorce me. I don't even know why it's so hard. I don't know what's wrong with me. I sound so bitter. I'm sorry. There's never been like this for me before. I had plenty of friends all through school. It's like Scarlet Hollow itself just wants me gone. It's interrupted by the sounds of snapping twig and the high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush. Tulip, come out of there. You're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back at the woods and quietly hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip. Because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? Just about the time they got fed. You can give them hay. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited at the prospect. She hurries off. Aw, that's cute. Sorry. Sorry, I have to have a farm hand. I had a firm parenting moment. And just then. She's been trailing off into the woods a lot lately. It's pretty dangerous even for adults. There's a massive trash dump not too far past the trees. But it must be like 50 years old. It's all grown over and it looks like part of the landscape. If you accidentally walk into it, you might find yourself falling into a heap of mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tool made up an imaginary friend and keeps telling us that they wanted to go out there. If the world is some type of fictional creature she made up is going to convince us that it's a good idea to let her play in someone's old garbage. But she's 7, of course she would get funny little ideas like that. I'd love to get the community to rally around a big cleanup. It's about time someone got rid of all the junk. Yeah, how big is it? Like, how much work? Maybe if we had construction equipment and a team of professionals, it's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, just make sure Tulip doesn't go near it. Yeah, what were we saying about imaginary friends? Oh, she's just talking about these friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live in the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her friend. It's nothing to be overly concerned about except the trash heap situation. Out of the corner, I see Kanika walking back to you. She must have finished talking with Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we should get better at going. I hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, it was actually a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by. Even if it wasn't under the best circumstances, I'll let y'all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers to the big man for her. Alright, see ya, thanks. Kanika starts back down the path of town and you follow. Okay, now that we put some distance between us and the church, what did he want to talk to you about? Didn't say anything weird, did he? The tulip point might be... I'ma say... Yeah, let's answer the question. You want to know why everyone thought he was creepy? He is creepy. Let's not get too distracted till we find Stella, though. Where to next? We'll try the mines. Go to the mines. I guess that's a decent chance Stella would want to find your cousin, since they are friends. Come on, let's drive. We are taking a lot of time before we gotta go to Sybil's. A small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. It was not weird to talk to them. They're in the middle of all this. The guy fellow's the boss's cousin, and Zach said these kids were just in town diner discussing acting suspicious. Do not engage. Alright, I've seen Stella. She's missing. The miners ignore you. Damn it, that's on me. I know we have a well-deserved bone to pick with the Scarlets, but Stella doesn't have anything to do with the strike. Have you seen her or not? The YouTuber? She's the one in all the banned from property posters. We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we know if she came by. This isn't looking good. Make sure to keep an eye out. I should probably go talk to her about it. So you're saying you want to cross the picket line? You have to literally cross the picket line to get inside. There's always that whole Rosalina got in the other way. Well, can you get aside and tell your plan to sneak in? Guess that'll work. But I don't think it's a good idea for me to follow you in there. I'll just wait outside with the van. Go for it. Go for it, no problem. Wow. Oh, it is dark out now. What? How long have we been doing this? The industrial noise of the Scarlet Mine are only quieter than they were 2 days ago. Trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms over you. Alright, let's knock. Wait for a moment. No response. For the love of... Alright. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Alright, have you got a minute? I really don't, but you're already here, so make it quick. Should I? I already said you could leave, Rodriguez. We'll talk later. Door clicks shut and he leaves. Alright. Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please forget you saw anything, okay? I can handle this on my own. Wait, what is all this? I thought we were coming to talk about Stella. I'm not gonna undermine you. Thanks. I know I haven't given you many reasons to be kind to me, so I appreciate you choosing to be that way. Even if I'm not very easy to get along with. You're gonna come all the way down here to the strike. Why are you here? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see a friendly face, but you shouldn't be up here. This is my battle to fight. Alright, there you go. Alright, Stella's missing. We've been looking all over town for her. Do you have any ideas? Tabitha's with anxiety. You don't think Wayne... Yeah, there you go, there you go. Oh yeah, it wasn't a struggle. How do I know she went home last night? She ran off in the opposite direction. She did. Seems like she went home to grab her jacket. Stella's been known to disappear for days while she's doing her videos. But I think we both know that's not what's going on. I'll see if I can figure something out. Alright, I'll keep going. Let me know if you find her, okay? I don't want to sit around worrying about her all day. I better get back to work. Stay safe out there, Faulty. Call me if you're running into any trouble, but please don't go looking for any today, okay? I don't need you going missing too. Aw, she's worried. Why, escapes. Find Kanika waiting outside. Don't think you found any leads. I feel like we've done our due diligence. Come on, I'll drive us back to town. We can figure out our next move from there. Where to next? I'm actually gonna save. We can call it there, and we'll explore the rest of the stuff next time. We'll check the cops, and then we'll go to tea. It is a busy day, though. We've been driving around a lot. All right. What's up? That'll be it for today. Let me hit something really quick. Yeah, Sabine's good to see you again. Bug, always wonderful having you. Hope you enjoy Octopath. And Riz, always good to see you, man. I'm glad to have you back. Alright, I will raid Davio, as you did when you sent me over there. And that'll be it for tonight. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I hope to see you guys next time. Tomorrow, the plan is sports, but that very well could not happen because of Wi-Fi. We will have to see. Oh, he actually has Bonanza. I thought he just put up the Bonanza thing for no reason. I didn't know he actually had it. Alright, later.
go!